because of the coronavirus, basically marketed to us. It's coming at the city level. What a complete Apa khabar Indonesia? Apa khabar pinterpolitik.com? Nama saya John Zachary. Saya akan berbicara dalam Inggris dengan subtitle Bahasa Indonesia. So before I start this video, I have to give you a disclaimer. All the views and opinions expressed in this video are my own personal views and in no way represent the views or opinions of pinterpolitik.com. So that out of the way, what are we going to be talking about today? Well, there's an easy target for me today, and that is the governors and mayors around the world. This bunch of petty dictators who are making everybody's life a misery. They really are the greatest bunch of I've ever seen in my life. Want a good example? Well, I'll give it to you. Corona Destroyer in Chicago. Mayor Lori Lightfoot. She is the Corona Destroyer. This would-be Hollywood starlet has basically come out in costume for a political press conference to tell people how to behave during the Halloween celebrations that happen each year in America. Basically where children go around to various houses tricking and treating and getting sweeties or candy, as they like to say in America, from the people in the houses. And she's given a list of things that you can and cannot do, and you must and must not do, and she did it in her costume. What a complete Is it possible to be more of a than Lori Lightfoot? Well, it is. You can be Governor Sadiq Khan in the UK. Not governor, sorry, Mayor Sadiq Khan. In Jakarta, you have a governor, which is Anies. And of course, I'm going to be talking about Sadiq Khan, not your governor. And Sadiq Khan is a complete and utter He's on Twitter talking about how the infection rates are going up, how the antibody tests are showing more positives, and London needs to go into lockdown again. And he doesn't even mention the deaths or hospitalisation. Why? Because these are at a minimum. Because these are dropped off completely. Instead, he just talks about infection rate now and antibody tests. And isn't it such an obvious and complete scam to gain control over the populace? But he's not alone, there are others. There is Governor Cuomo in New York, who recently gave a new edict number 205/1, quarantine restrictions of travellers arriving in New York. So if the New York economy wasn't dead enough already with 30% of bankruptcies, this genius has gone and put new restrictions on people visiting New York. So even that money is now not going to arrive into that city. And what are these restrictions? You've got to do a 14-day quarantine. Genius. So most people will go on holiday. Go on holiday for how long? About 2 weeks. And so you're going to go to New York, sit in quarantine, and look out your window or wherever they're going to put you and then go back. You're not, are you? So that's basically killed the tourist industry to New York, which was actually quite buoyant. Not only that, in New York they've had the tech workers working remotely from home. And I see this theme with many of the governors and the mayors that they're very keen for you to work from home if possible. Stay from home. Let's kill all the offices. Let's kill interaction between fellow human beings. Everything should be done through your phone or through your computer. There's no more interacting personally with another person. You just got to do it all via computer or via your handphone. It's just a horrible world that these people have envisaged in their mind, where everything is remote, everything is distance. You know, people like to get together. People are naturally communicative and want to react with other people, not with a computer, not with a phone. But this is the world that they want because of the coronavirus. And if you look at the figures and you look how this disease has been basically marketed to us, you can see that it's all a complete nonsense. Sweden now has herd immunity. No one's getting it there. They had a bump in the figures initially, and that can be explained by the very, very low flu season, low deaths in the flu season the year before, which basically means that people that would normally have died in a flu season, the very elderly and the very sick, this is normal, they didn't die, and so when coronavirus came along, they had an initial spike in their figures in Sweden. Now they've developed herd immunity. Sweden is fine, they're walking around, no masks, no distancing, no edicts, no anything. And no one's getting it. Why? They have herd immunity. Like every single decent epidemiologist told you that herd immunity would develop, and it has. But still, in other cities, in other countries, they're still continuing this lie about locking people down because the spread. Well, this is a very contagious disease, but it's not a very deadly one. We have to keep on going on and on about how it doesn't in any way resemble Spanish flu. Having any idea of comparing coronavirus with Spanish flu, which some people are trying to do, is utterly nonsensical and ridiculous. Go and check the real graphs and the real figures for deaths from Spanish flu and deaths attributed to coronavirus. They really are completely different. One is a spike way up in the other is very normal, almost seasonal. Yet for that, we're still having lockdowns all over the world, and people's jobs and businesses are being threatened, and these little petty dictators, these mayors and governors around the world, they're responsible because it's not the presidents, it's coming at the city level. Because you can go around any country, from city to city, it differs how they are reacting to the coronavirus. Some are locking their cities down completely, some aren't. Those that are locking their cities down completely, I think must be or they must be co-opted by a health body that wants them to do it, because the game is on giving you the vaccine, where there's no empirical evidence that this vaccine will actually do anything. When you look at what the vaccine test is to do, they're testing it on 150 people in one case, and all they're looking to do is that this vaccine will stop you getting a mild case of COVID-19. Well, a mild case you can throw it off and it's not life-threatening, so what's the point? We wonder, could it be money? Could there be a big money incentive in promoting this disease above all other diseases, with all the subsequent things that come with it? PCR tests, rapid tests, vaccines, and then of course you're going to have the test before you get on a plane. They've already said it in Parliament. In the UK, Tobias Ellwood came out and said that if you don't have the vaccine, you're not going to be able to travel. And key workers are going to get the vaccine first. But what does that mean, key worker? Everyone's a key worker to their family. Everyone needs to make a living. What a disgusting expression, key worker. Everyone's a key worker. And doesn't mean key workers like the key workers in the UK hospitals that are doing nothing right now because no one's going to the hospital because they're just waiting for coronavirus cases that don't exist. That's what's happening in the lovely UK. And continuing with the ubiquitous coronavirus theme, Twitter was ablaze with messages of hate and death for President Donald Trump, who has tested positive for COVID-19. Yes, the loving, caring lefties on Twitter were overjoyed to find out that Donald Trump has tested positive for COVID-19. They really showed their true colours, wishing another person dead. I don't wish anyone else dead. I wish health and freedom for all people. But these people really are sincere in their wishes of death for Donald Trump. So how is Donald Trump doing? Well, he's been given highly experimental drugs. These are remdesivir, which is an antiviral drug, and Regeneron, which is an antibody drug treatment that is still in clinical trials. And to my knowledge, these drugs have never been given to someone together. Yet, in the case of Donald Trump, they have. So I wish the president well. I hope the doctors know what they're doing, because the side effects and adverse effects of Regeneron in particular can be really quite severe. It can sometimes amplify the disease that you have. So we all hope, I'm sure, and wish the president well, that these drugs will in actual fact work and he will recover very quickly. I'll be making a lot more videos, so please like, share, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook and on YouTube. And I look forward to seeing you soon, Indonesia. This is me, John Zachary, in Stalag, UK. Bye-bye.